Hi guys, Adam Payne here, coming at you from Central Japan with another review video. Today we're going to be looking at a product called Commission Vance. Now, all of the details about when the product's going to go live and the funnel is going to be below on the actual review page. If you're watching this on YouTube, then click on the link below to go to the review page and you can read about this launch in more detail. This video is to give you an overview and to tell you, in my opinion, the good points and the bad points of this product. So first of all, it's by three guys. Mustafa, who's actually a guy that I know on online on Facebook, and he's teamed up with Dan De Silva and Yerdol and together they've put together Commission Vance. I'm over here in the members area. I've got a review copy, and like all of Dan and Yer's stuff, aesthetically it looks very good. It's very well put together. It's professional. No complaints on that score. Now, it's basically a CPA training with a focus on PPV advertising. And PPV, or pay-per-view, is basically when you're on a website and another page will pop up. And yes, it can be very annoying when you're on another website, but people are making a lot of money doing this form of advertising, and whether you like it or not, it works. That being said, it isn't for everybody. So let me tell you a little bit about what you're going to get with this product, and then I'll tell you the pros and the cons in my opinion. So we go over to module 1 because this is just a welcome video. You'll then get taken through some kind of stuff that you may already know, but again, there's nothing wrong with re-going over this stuff. Affiliate marketing fundamentals, CPA marketing fundamentals, niche choosing and all that. There's nothing new in module 1, but like I said, it's still important to know this stuff, and if you are new, then that module is going to be helpful. Module 2 is very interesting. Now we're talking about this, how to improve the landing page, optimizing landing pages. Pros and cons of this. You can see from this screenshot that there's a lot of kind of code, and if you're technical then that's fine, but if you want to actually get into PPV advertising properly, you are going to have to know some basic HTML. Now of course you can follow along on the screen with what Mustafa goes through, but for some people this may be a little bit too technical or a little bit complicated. Now my own opinion is, if you want to do PPV marketing, or even you want to get very good at CPA marketing, you're going to have to learn a little bit of the basics of things like Photoshop and HTML, unless you of course outsource the whole stuff. Even so, there's some good information about how to optimize landing pages, and some things you can do to get videos to autoplay and pop up. You know, when you go to landing pages and the geographical location appears, there's ways of doing that, and this is taught in this module, so it's good stuff, but it could be a little bit technical for some people. Module 3, we talk about PPV itself, an introduction, how to target. Very, very good stuff in this module. This is probably my favourite module. Now, managing PPV campaigns. We've got here lead impact. Now, to do PPV campaigns, you have to be part of a platform which allows you to run campaigns on their network, and lead impact is one of those things. Unfortunately, you do actually have to have a buy-in for most of these programs. To my knowledge, lead impact is $1,000 buy-in, which is going to basically mean for a lot of people it's just too expensive. Now I'm going to get onto that in more detail in a minute, but unfortunately with PPV advertising you do need a budget, and that's when I say this product may not be for everybody, because if you buy this product and then you realise that you've got to spend $1,000 or $1,000 to get into a certain network, you're going to be a little bit annoyed and you can't really move forward if you don't have the money. Module 4 is very, very important. It's tracking. We talk about Prosper 202, which is a free service, CPV Labs, which is also a paid service. I have both of them. Now, unfortunately, in order to have these, you need to have something called a VPS, or a virtual private server. Now, I use something called Beyond Hosting for all of my websites, but it's $60 a month. They will install this for you, but you do need to have that in order for this to work smoothly. Prosper 202 is free, but of course when stuff's free, it's not got all the bells and whistles needed to track properly. CPV Labs is probably the best tracking platform out there, but it's $300, plus you've got to get the VPS hosting as well, which is another $60 a month, at least for the Beyond Hosting, which is what I use. There may be cheaper platforms out there. So if we go back to module 3, for example, there is actually, to be fair, they do actually, I think it's down at the bottom, they do tell you additional quick tips. They do tell you other PPV networks. Now, Traffic Vance is the most expensive. That's a $2,000 buy-in. Lead impact's $1,000. I don't know for sure how much all of these costs, but the cheapest one on this list is a ClickSaw on AdBright. The trouble is, even if they're very cheap, and sometimes they're even free to kind of make to actually sign up with, like DNTX for example. I've got an account with these guys. It's free to create an account, but you've got to put money into the account to have your ads run. And personally, I don't like DNTX at all. It's I've had no success with it. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just my personal experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you buy this product, you are going to learn some cool stuff, and it's very well laid out, the training's fine, but you are going to need a decent sized budget to make this work. And I think anybody that goes forward with PPV advertising is going to need a budget. And you're going to need a little bit of a technical skill set or a budget to outsource that, which again is going to increase your expenses. So I'm not saying this is a bad product. It's a good product, it's well laid out, it's well designed, the training's good, but you are going to need a budget to make this work. So you're going to probably need, in my opinion, I'm just being completely honest, you're going to need at least $1,000, because any of these lower end networks, they're cheap for a reason, because the traffic's shit basically. The higher end ones is where it's at, but if you've not got $1,000 to drop to get into these networks, plus the other expenses for tracking, and then actually, you know, you've got to learn how to run campaigns and all this stuff, it isn't for you. If you do have the budget, then go ahead, pick it up. I will be leaving a link, because I'm not saying the product's bad, I'm just saying you do need a budget to make it work. So I'm just trying to be open and honest. Dan and Mustafa have done a good job putting this together, so you know if you've got the budget or not. So if you have, click on the link below, and if you haven't, don't worry, you can still make money with CPA advertising, as you know, CPA marketing, just you have to use different techniques as opposed to PPV. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the review. Over and out.